Argentina, a country with a wealth of resources, culture, and history, is facing significant financial difficulties. The causes of the economic decline are complex and multifaceted, but one particular factor is particularly egregious. This reason is so unbelievable and absurd that it would be laughable if it wasn't so serious. The circumstances that led to this situation are the result of a combination of factors, including greed, corruption, and irrational decision-making. In this article, we will explore the convoluted reason behind the ongoing economic collapse in Argentina. Argentina's economy has been shaped by a variety of factors, including its abundant and varied natural resources, its advantageous geographical location, and its flourishing agricultural sector. During the late 19th and early 20th centuries, the country experienced a significant period of growth and became one of the wealthiest nations on earth. During this time, prosperity was abundant, and the future looked bright. However, the Great Depression of the 1930s brought with it a dark cloud that would affect Argentina's economy for years to come. The country's prosperity was severely impacted by this catastrophic event, and the once thriving nation was left to recover from the damage. The days of abundance were replaced by uncertainty and hardship. As Argentina's economy continued to struggle, the peso was in a rapid decline. The economy was in freefall, and the central bank's reserves were depleted. In an increasingly tense global climate, even the strongest economies were at risk of collapse, and this is what was happening to Argentina. With time running out, the then president was faced with a critical decision. The root of the problem was a lack of confidence in the government's ability to improve the situation. In a bold move, the president took the most challenging step of his presidency and sought an emergency bailout from the International Monetary Fund. The months that followed were a roller coaster of ups and downs as the economy minister worked tirelessly to secure the desperately needed funds. The value of the peso continued to drop, and the government struggled to keep the nation afloat. Emergency measures were put in place, but it was a race against time. The nation was on high alert as the value of the peso plummeted, and the fate of the country hung in the balance. However, despite the challenges, President Fernandez remained resolute in his commitment to save his nation. And when his presidency came to an end, he left behind a country that had been through the ringer, but was now stronger and more united than ever before. This was a testament to the power of determination and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. As the 30th month of his presidency approached, President Alberto Fernandez faced a race against time. The existing economic model had been exhausted, leaving the central bank's reserves at a dangerous low and the nation on the brink of disaster. In a world filled with global tensions and increasing geopolitical risks, advanced economies were being put to the test. Despite Argentina's abundant natural resources and record-breaking agricultural exports, the economy remained sluggish. Investment was lacking, imports were low, and inflation continued to soar, erasing the purchasing power of workers. The question on everyone's mind was whether President Fernandez would be able to steer the country out of the crisis, or if it would lead to an institutional crisis, potentially resulting in early elections or even his resignation. Even Vice President Cristina Fernández de Kirchner was uncertain about the future of Argentina. The fate of Argentina's economy is in the hands of Central Bank Governor Miguel Ángel Pesce. As the country struggles with a run on the peso and a faltering economy, all eyes are on Pesce as he takes decisive actions to restore stability. In a recent radio interview, Pesce stated that he expected the market stress to be resolved by October 2022 and attributed the surge in energy imports as the main cause of the economic turmoil. He also reassured the public that the country's exports were robust enough to maintain stability in foreign exchange markets. However, some remain skeptical about whether Pesce's measures would be enough to mitigate the economic crisis. Despite imposing new currency restrictions and increasing the central bank's reserves by $1 billion, the continued run on the peso remained a cause for concern. The central bank even had to step in to bail out the domestic bond market as the deadline approached. The pressure on Governor Miguel Ángel Pesce and the central bank was intensifying. Their approach to the economy was a bold one, and economists such as Julieta Coyela were closely watching their moves. Coyela noted that while former economy minister Martín Guzmán had been successful in keeping the economy afloat, it came at a rising cost. The government had been offering higher interest rates to investors and absorbing more peso-denominated debt, while also printing more money. This approach raised red flags at the International Monetary Fund, which expressed its concerns in its latest quarterly review. The IMF called for disciplined expenditure management and prudent wage management for the second half of 2022. With Silvina Batakis serving as the current economy minister, the challenge was formidable, and rumors were circulating that she may be replaced by Sergio Massa. The central bank's solution of imposing more restrictive measures on the currency exchange rate may bring temporary relief, but it also posed the risk of impending economic growth. The lack of progress on crucial infrastructure projects to reduce energy demand was adding further pressure on the central bank's limited reserves. All eyes were on the central bank and its new governor, Miguel Angel Pesce, as the future of the Argentine economy hung in the balance. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Rising imports, private sector debts, and a boost in tourism are all adding fuel to the fire. With global supply chains disrupted and monetary policy expanding inflationary pressures, causing further concern on the international scene. Some experts, such as economist Nouriel Roubini, are warning of a potentially devastating stagflationary crisis that could rival the 2007-2008 financial crisis. As the new economy minister Silvina Batakis takes the reins, the question remains, will she receive the necessary political support to tackle these critical issues and restore stability to the Argentine economy? Or will her successor, rumored to be Sergio Massa, have to step in and confront the challenge head-on? One thing is certain, the future of the nation depends on their ability to find solutions to these complex problems. Argentina's economy has been plagued by high inflation, currency devaluation, and a large public debt. This has led to a decline in the purchasing power of its citizens and has made it difficult for the country to attract foreign investment and boost economic growth. Additionally, political turmoil and corruption have further exacerbated the country's economic struggles. The situation has had a significant impact on the standard of living of many Argentinians, who have had to cope with rising prices, cuts to social programs, and declining wages. This has led to widespread poverty, unemployment, and an increase in crime and social unrest. Despite these challenges, the government has taken steps to address the country's economic difficulties, including implementing fiscal reforms and negotiating with international creditors. The private sector has also played a role in the effort to revive the economy, with many businesses and entrepreneurs seeking new opportunities for growth and investment. Argentina's cultural richness and diversity have remained a source of pride for its people, and the country is still known for its contributions to the arts, music, and cuisine. Its people have a strong sense of national identity, and this has helped them to maintain their optimism and hope for a brighter future, despite the economic challenges they face. Argentina has a long and fascinating history steeped in cultural, political, and economic diversity. From its colonial roots to its modern-day struggles, the country has always been a significant presence in the global arena, and its people have repeatedly shown their ability to rise to the challenge, no matter how difficult or complex the situation may be. This unwavering spirit is what sets Argentina apart from other nations, and gives it a unique character and identity. It is important to recognize that, despite current economic difficulties, Argentina remains a strong and resilient nation, with a rich history and diverse cultural heritage. The country continues to be a significant presence in the global arena, and its people are committed to building a better future for themselves and their families. As for the future of Argentina's economy, it is difficult to predict what will happen. There are many factors at play, and the country will likely face a number of challenges as it continues to search for sustainable growth and stability. However, the resilience and determination of the Argentine people suggest that they will be able to overcome these obstacles and secure a brighter future for themselves and their country.